So this is the first look at a projector. It came very safely packaged, as you can see, lots of bubble wrap, and this is the box it comes in. So let's just have a look inside and see what we get. On the projector itself. So let's just have a quickly look at the accessories, see what we get. All very well packed up. So we are getting your owner's manual, or your instructions booklet. That's fairly easily laid out. Okay, you've got just a customer service card, a lens cleaner. You've got our basic HDMI cable. You've got your power cable for the projector, obviously. VGA to VGA, if that's how you want to connect. European plugged power cable. An AV 3-to-1 cable. And finally your remote control, nice and basic. And I'm pretty sure that's going to need a couple of batteries. Let's have a quick look. And yeah, it's going to need 2 AAA batteries. So that's the accessories. Now for the projector itself. So it's a good sized projector, not tiny, but it's still pretty portable. Not too heavy. Okay, you got your front there, your standard lens cover. Pop that one off. Okay, just see, and you should have 2 rings here. One will be for focus, which will bring it in and out. The lens move in and out like so. And the other one will be for your keystone correction. That's when you've got an offset picture and you need to angle it correctly. That there is probably going to be your sensor for your remote control, perhaps. Underneath we have an assortment of things. Actually, I'm not quite sure what that is, to be honest. Let's give it a tug. Don't know what that is. I'll have to look that one up to see if it is even anything. It might just be part of the construction. It does feel like it could pop out, does it? I'll look in the instructions for that. Looks like you've got a foot there, and don't really know what that is either. You've got some rubber feet here, nice rubber feet. Okay, so at the moment all I can tell for now is you've got your foot and some rubber feet. Don't think that's anything in particular, and I'm not sure what that is, but I'll have a look. Okay, on the other side we've done the focus and the keystone correction. You've got some vents, obviously. On the back you've got your power supply on-off switch. Okay, you've got a headphone socket which you can attach to speakers. You've got your AV cable for that, so that's for your 3-to-1 cable. You've got 2 inputs, okay, for pen drives, hard drives and stuff like that. 2 HDMI inputs, and finally a VGA. And on the other side you've just got vents, and that should be pretty much it. Okay, and obviously on top there you're going to have your controls. Okay, so you get some pretty much standard controls. Power, back button, left, right, enter, source select probably, and a few other things like that. Okay, you just got to read your instructions to get used to that. So I'm just going to pop that down, have a look in the manual for a second and see what those things on the back are. Okay, I'm not completely sure, it doesn't really say. I'm suspecting that this is going to be a filter. I need to go online and investigate that, to be honest, but I suspect that's a filter for your air intake there, which will obviously get clogged, and you can probably clean it or replace it every now. But what we'll do now is we will fire it up and have a look, see how it goes. So as you can see, I've got the projector set up now. I've pulled the curtains down, but it's still quite a light room. There's plenty of window light coming through. Got some basic blinds down. The fans, you can hear the fan, but as soon as the sound comes on, it's not so important. I'm not exactly propped it up in an ideal way, I must confess. I would prefer to have a proper stand or a tripod mount or something. It doesn't have a tripod mount, but that's you can still get basic tripods with a plate to put them on. So that's it there. You can see it's projecting nicely to the screen. What I've attached to it, just to show you there, I've got an Amazon Fire Stick, and it's actually drawing the power from the USB 1 port there, and then I've got an MP3, not MP3, I've got a USB pen drive, 128 gig pen drive plugged into USB 2. That's got some movies and some pictures and whatnot on. Okay, there's obviously your VGA. I'm not using that. I'm also not going to bother using the headphone socket. You can plug in speakers to get better sound, but I actually just tested a minute ago, and found the sound was pretty good anyway. So I'm just going to set the tripod up with the camcorder so that I can then operate the remote controls and describe everything to you a little bit more clearly. Okay. So a few things I should really point out before I proceed is that I've obviously got the projector set at a slight angle away, so you're getting a slightly distorted image anyway. Okay, so it's not square on. I can't sit the camcorder directly behind the projector. Secondly, this screen has actually got a few indentations in it. It's been rolled up for quite a long time, and you can see there's actually a bit of a wave across there and a wave across there where it's been incorrectly rolled up. So any distortion you can see or shadow you see along these lines is due to the screen and not actually to do with the projector itself. So I'm going to start off with the remote control for the projector. Not that you can see that. It's actually very easy to use. You've got your left and right. You can start off by going through your photo, music, movies, ebooks and stuff like that. But what I will do is I'll press the actual menu button first of all to take you through the various menu settings you can change on your projector. These are all fairly standard. So you've got your picture mode where you can go and you can change contrast, brightness, colour and anything else you choose, okay, within that range. You've got standard and mild, where you can go to custom, user controlled, okay. So I'm just going to leave it on that for now and come back from that and go back into the menu. You've got your colour temperature, okay, again you can have cool, warm, however you prefer it. Your aspect ratio is normally auto, but that can be 4 to 3 or 6 to 9, 16 to 9 or whatever else you choose, okay. I tend to leave it on auto because that tends to pick up what it is you need anyway. Come back to the menu, you've got your noise reduction, again you can be on or off, so that's for your picture. Come across to your sound, you can have various sound settings, again you can have treble and bass and standard music, movie, you can set it however you want. I just tend to leave it on standard because I don't feel much need to do anything else from that. Back to the menu again, you've got your balance, so you can have your left and right balance, you can have your auto volume controls, surround sound if you've plugged in a surround sound system, and you've also got the graphic equalizer if that's what you want to play around with. Coming across, you know your options. Okay, so I'm just using that left and right button there within the menu settings. You've got your language, go back to restore factory default, you can rotate it. Okay, now you've also got a button on the remote control, which I'm going to show you in a second, where you can rotate it so you can see and mount your projector. You've got your blending and your on-screen duration for your options and things like that. Come across again, you've got some auto-tuning if you had a tuner plugged in, or if they release a firmware update for the projector, you can install that, or you can load that onto a USB pen drive and plug that in and hopefully install it. So that's your channel, and that's back to picture. What I'll do now is I'm just going to show you there's a flip button on the remote control, and if I press that you'll see I can go for upside down, I can go upside down back to front, and I can go the other way around as well. And basically that means you can either rear project or forward project and ceiling project, and you can do ceiling rear and ceiling front projection as well. Okay, so that's most of the options there. Let's go back to the input button now. So this is where it's looking for your inputs. Okay, or in this case it's already selected USB 2. If I select the actual input selection, you can see there, now this is just a button on the remote control, you've got your USB 1, now that's actually powering my Fire Stick, so that's no good to me. USB 2, I've got a pen drive in, HDMI 1, HDMI 2, and then if you've got a tuner, okay, for a television or something, and finally your PC or your VGA input. I'm going to come across, first of all, to USB 2, because that's where I've got the pen drive plugged in, and we'll have a look at a few things that are sitting on there. Okay. So I have got some photos on there, so I'm just going to press enter to go into that, and as you can see I've got a 128GB hard drive there, or sorry, pen drive plugged in. Go on to that, I've got some test files in a folder. You tick the ones you want to look at, okay? And if you want to look at more than one, you can tick more than one. And when you're ready, you press the play button, and it will produce a slideshow for you. You can obviously go to the next picture if you like. And you can see that the picture is lovely and clear, and certainly quite bright. And I'm pressing the pause there if I want to pause it. You can also go to your, if you press the stop button or the enter button, you can choose for a selection of things where you can add music, playlists, and rotate them if you want to, and a variety of other features. So if you come across there, you've got your zooming and your rotating and your setup of your slideshow. So you've got quite a lot as well. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's moving with picture, I guess. Okay, so there's quite a lot of options there, and if I'm going to press the stop to come out of that, I'm going to come back to stop, and that'll come out. So that's your pictures. So you can obviously do pictures and slideshows. That gives you a preview whilst you're waiting to see them. Come back out of here. Let's go into some music. I've got a single track to play on there, again in that pen drive, on my test fold, and I've got Rhapsody in blue. And this is where I'm going to press play now. You get your preview. This is where I can show you that the actual sound quality is superb. Probably one of the best I've heard. Let's just play that. You get a little graphic equalizer visual thing there as you go. Okay, now obviously you can improve that with a set of speakers plugged into the headphone out socket, but that's more than suffice. I'll just play around with the volume. I've not tried that. Certainly good enough for most rooms, and I'd be happy to watch a movie listening to that. Let's stop it again, okay, and come back from that, and finally I'm going to go into some movies. Now on the pen drive I've got 2 different file types of movies. It does support a variety of file types. We'll go in, and I've got my test files, and I've got an MKV high definition file there. Okay, and I'm going to play that one. And just to avoid the beginning, let me hit play, just to avoid the beginning. Again, if you press enter, you can fast forward quite a lot. So I'm going to fast forward that 2 times, 4 times speed, 8 times, 16, 32, and back to play.
Come on, Sparky!
Okay, so that's the movie playing. And it's playing really nice. It's really high quality image, that. Okay, so let's stop that one. Press the stop. Obviously you can get rid of the menu by just pressing the back at the bottom. Stop that. Okay, get the sample file. I've also, let's untick it, I've also got an MP4 file here, and I'm going to play that one. Okay. And again I'm going to fast forward to get to somewhere through it. Let's go 32. Try and stop it on a song, but I never seem to manage that.
It was humiliating. What more
So
do you want?
I think it's pretty clear from there the quality of the actual images is very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I guess my pitiful cries for
Let's
mercy
stop
have
that.
come to that better
And I'm going to go and look at an HDMI.
Are you cute? Is your better nature?
night.
Okay, I'm going to come back from this menu setting, and I'm now going to change my input source to the HDMI 1. Okay, so I come back to here. Let's go to HDMI 1, and I've got my Amazon Fire Stick plugged into that. Your videos, here we go. Watch list, your video library. Right, what have I got? Okay, and I've like a variety of films, as you can see, that I've bought, and let's have a quick look at, I've got Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid somewhere. I hope. There we go, I've got here, just a PG that will do. So we've got Butch Cassidy. I've already had it playing from before, as you can see. Let's get this playing. So this is a full 1080 input, although it's downscaled to 720p, but it just shows that it's supporting 1080.
Whatever Herman's paying you ain't enough.
Okay, so that's your HD input. It's playing in HD, as you can see down on the bottom. You've got all the usual.
What I call a
support.
fortune there, Butch.
I'll just press enter on that. So that works perfectly. You can see it's in HD, 720p. Okay, and you could plug a DVD player, a Blu-ray player, anything you like in it, and it will support it. So I think I've covered pretty much all the features there. Let me come out of this now. So I think that covers everything. I'm very impressed with the quality of the image, and the sound is particularly good just from the inbuilt speakers. I really wouldn't anticipate carrying speakers or anything around with me. The fan is perfectly acceptable. The fan noise you'll probably find a little bit higher at the moment, because if you have a look on the photograph when you see it, I'll show you in a minute, the actual camcorder, I'm taking a photo now, camcorder is sitting right next to the fan on the projector, so that's going to be slightly emphasised. You're also going to get a slightly skewish picture because the camcorder's off to the side, and don't forget about those bumps going through my projector screen. Okay, but that pretty much covers the projector and its features.